Hey, all you YouTube fans, it's Libris Blood here, and we are back now. Probably wondering, Libris, aren't you at school? The answer is yes. I had a little, ran into a little snafu with my scheduling. Couldn't take a certain class that I was already enrolled in, so I had to switch things around. So now I have the mornings to record because I can't fit a class here. But that's all right. I'm gonna do something productive with it. So I'm going to record in the morning, or for at least 2 or 3 mornings during the week, and maybe once during the weekends. This is just so I can continue practicing editing, but also at the same point practice out all the voices that I do, which is very important as an actor. Now, the series that we're actually going to go with, because it allows me to make sure that my face cam works, because I know I've been, the last few videos have had issues, and the video that I tried recording before this yesterday kind of showed me my settings or whatever for my webcam that's installed already in my laptop kind of were not working. So some of the drivers I had to fix, and it was a whole ordeal. But whatever. And this game, as opposed to the other one, when it goes full screen, gives me these dark spots on the sides. So it'll be a little bit more like watching an embedded video for you guys when you're looking at the visual novel part of this. And then when you see me, it's, so far out of the way that it's not going to cut into any of the pictures, which is nice. So you can kind of see the reactions, or see, I don't know what I do. That's the things that I do that are entertaining for you all to watch, I suppose. But yeah, and I'm going to be working to try and see if I can do intros. I've been wanting to work on that, and I finally have the time to kind of work a little bit towards putting intros to these videos. So I will look into it. If I do believe that there's another YouTuber out there who does piano compositions, and they're wonderful. His name is Lucas King. So if you haven't heard of him, please do check him out. He's wonderful. And I think a lot of his music he is putting up royalty free. He wants just credit that he was the one who composed it, and I guess he's just trying to get his name out there. But it's really good music, and if it does work out to where I can use some of his music for the intros for videos now, I 100% will do it. It'll be for the videos coming out now. The earlier ones are kind of just gonna be how they are. But yeah. So the game we're going to be playing for a while is called Eden. There were only two on the planet. So it's a romance viz novel of sorts. I kind of forgot to check into this because I am recording a little later than I would like in the morning. Not to say I'm not awake at this time, it's to say that I have a class that I have to run to. So a lot of my videos will be well under a half hour, just to make sure I'm at class, studying and learning, but also so that way the videos are easier to digest. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get started here. New game. So there are voices for this game, and I will actually... I mustn't stop. I told myself over and over again. Whether I wanted it to or not, my heart would leap to the past if I stopped, even for a second. My memories were gentle, beloved, beautiful, and suffocating. If I were to immerse myself in them once, I might never be able to pull myself back into reality. That was why I had to keep my hands moving. I thought of nothing as my fingers tore into the gaping hole in the ground before me. I thought of nothing. But it was futile. My heart leapt. What crossed my mind was but a mere ordinary day. On that day, she... Okay, so, wow. This game's actually gonna force me to, like, shut up and just play the game. Holy hell, man. What the... Jesus. So, part of this game is it does have voice acting for the cinematics. Which is nice. So I'm not gonna ever get close to matching whatever voice actor actually voiced them. That's just not possible for me. Like, they're gonna range so much, and they have like years experience more than I do, so they can kind of change their voices to do these perfect things. I'm kind of new and but yeah, the cinematics, I'm just gonna keep going, because then I'm not gonna be able to read for you guys. Like, I'm never gonna be able to read for you guys if I stop speaking for a moment, because it's just gonna keep going. Now, there was an option to do that for moments like these, where it's not a video playing for the game, but I'm not gonna do that. Mostly because I need sanity and to be able to keep reading. I need time to like read over and like take it at my own pace and to put my own spin on it. But yeah, that's the voice that I used earlier is the voice that I think is closest that I can do or provide to match that voice actor. So that's what we're gonna go with. Just gonna check something right here. Yeah. She stood in the wind. Sorry, taking care of something. So I'm probably gonna cut that out from the video. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, don't worry about it, because it probably no longer exists now in the video. But yeah, she walked silently across the light green carpet and ascended that gentle incline. Her long hair fluttered in the wind, which carried a touch of humidity. I walked behind her, close enough that her hair might have touched my hand had I reached out. I was careful not to disturb her while she basked in the sunlight. The fragrance of the grass and the song of the trees swaying in the breeze wafted all around us. Suddenly, a clear, high-pitched sound like a whistle echoed nearby. Okay, I freaked out for a second there because I didn't know it was going to do that sound effect. Like, last semester, our fire alarm went off a lot the last few months because of other people in the building. So I was just like, oh God, it's happening. Yeah, that just made my heart like skip a beat, like, oh. Shion. Shion halted and looked up at the sky. In the distance, a white bird danced about in the deep blue sky. I'm sorry for like a pause here. This is probably going to be annoying, but I'm messaging somebody at the same time right now. It just happens, and like I have class, so I won't be able to message them later. So I'm just gonna do a little bit of this for them too, which is unprofessional, but yeah. It circled repeatedly, as though searching for something. Little by little, it flew higher until its figure disappeared in the distance. She dashed. Her steps were light, as though she wouldn't allow herself to feel the weight of her body, just like that bird. I hurried after her. That is probably gonna annoy the hell out of her right now. And back to... Actually, I think I have to stay on that page, but it's whatever. I can see the time. I hurried after her. Wait. Wait.
Shion.
Shion. Our name is Ryu? Yo! Hadouken! Okay, I'm gonna stop because I'm fucking... I'm a nerd. I'm such a nerd. Oh God. Okay. She must not have heard me. Once she began to run, she would not relent. She was chasing that bird, now more than a dot in the sky, as far as she could. However, cruelly enough, the path ended. This is kind of upbeat for the lines that we're saying. Like, cruelly, the path ended. She stood exhausted at the peak of the hill, the side of a hazy mountain ridge, with a lake stretching below. It shimmered in the distance. It flew away. Oh... The bird was nowhere to... oh, wrong voice. Oh my gosh. The bird was nowhere to be seen. Shion was panting, but continued to gaze at the sky. That bird... I wonder where that bird is headed. I'm hoping this voice is actually doing well, because switching between the two is very different. Who knows? I shook my head gently. I gotta make sure, like, as I'm messing around, that I'm not just... Oh! Look, it's a star. It's either a star or... Oh my gosh, what is the planet that you can see from... places with clear skies? It's like Mars or something. If it's not, I admit right now that I can be stupid. Like, I'm pretty stupid for things like that. Like, I lived in cities most of my life, so like I would not know what it would look like to see what, because I think you can see Mars from here just with the naked eye sometimes, depending on where. Science, insert sciencey explanation here that somebody can explain in the comments, but yeah. It can go wherever it wants.
Anywhere? As long as there's a sky? Oh, anywhere? As long as there's a sky?
She tilted her head as a faint smile crept on her face. The girl, in her one-piece dress, smiled amidst the endless green expanse. This is like really upbeat music, and this is such a serious conversation that we're having with this girl about these really deep meanings behind things like the freedom to do whatever you want, the freedom to go anywhere. I like the idea that she kind of, like, one of them or both of them kind of have restrictions on what they can do in their lives, and seeing a bird and kind of having that imagery or that symbolism of freedom and escape. And the understanding is just like, as long as there's a sky, as long as there's a will, as long as there's a drive, there's always going to be a place for you. You're always going to be able to find that place for you. And that's really cool in the first bit of this episode to have. That's really actually cool. I felt like I had detached from reality. Like I had wandered into a fairy tale.
That would be nice.
Her eyes looked once more to the sky.
It's shining especially strong. It's shining especially strongly today.
That line.
It's shining especially strongly again today.
I'm sorry, like the last game I played had something similar, and I read a paper. Sorry, and I'm also covering my face. The last Viz novel I was playing had something similar where some grammar things just didn't make sense, and I just read a paper like 2 days ago that had the same exact thing where it put two words with ly trying to describe something, and it was just like, in my head that grammatically doesn't make sense because it's not pleasing to the ear when you read it aloud, but I guess it can function and follow the proper grammar rules. It just doesn't look like it, which, you know, kind of outweighs whether or not it works. It's just yeah. The sun, the sky, the clouds, and an ominously red solitary star shone in the sky. She stared so intently into. Oh no, I read that wrong. I'm sorry guys, like I've been reading Shakespeare for like a show I'm in, and it's my diction and how I'm reading things is just really off. The sun, the sky, the clouds, and an ominously red solitary star shone in the sky she stared so intently into. As long as that star was in the sky, this fairy tale would not have a happy ending. The star, which glimmered even in the middle of the day, was a symbol of the destruction that would befall us in the not-so-distant future. However, there is still time. The world hasn't ended yet, right?
Yeah.
I love how it's like I actually say the word and she's just like, eh. I guess like that's how we say it's like, yeah. It's like, yeah. What? It seemed to me as if she paused a moment before nodding. She undoubtedly... Oh my god, I cannot read! She undoubtedly understood much more about this world than I did. She likely knew many things she did not need to know as well.
なあ、シオン。
Hey, Shion.
世界って本当に終わるんだろうか。
Will the world truly end?
Yes, it will.
This time, she nodded without a moment's hesitation. And that's where we're gonna leave it off this time, guys. With that serene picture in the background. Just because I do have to go to class and, you know. But I think based off of my guesstimation that this video has been about... Oh, if I could check the time and if I wasn't messing around so much on my phone, the whole video. This is about 22 minutes, so this is actually a really nice size for this kind of video. But yeah, we're gonna end off here. This hopefully will be uploaded tonight. I just have to do some editing things. And it shouldn't take me too long, so this should be up the day I record it, which is kind of rare for me sometimes. But yeah, thank you all so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you liked it, please do click that like button down below. If you want to see more of this weird, kooky stuff that I do, you know, it's subscribe. Yeah, that's what you do, right? Yeah. If you want to see more of this, just subscribe. And as always, if you have any tips, tricks, comments, questions, concerns, anything and everything under the sun and moon or star, I'm gonna keep adding things as the more Viz novels we have that just add things that are in space. Like we had the sun just because, and then, you know, because of the phrasing, and then when we played Notch, I added the moon, and now there's a star. You know, we're just gonna keep adding to it. But yeah, if you do have any comments or anything like that, or tips or tricks that you think I could benefit from, or that other people reading the comments could benefit from for making videos and stuff, please do put it in the comment section down below, because it is your best friend and your best way of getting in contact with me, of finding other people who kind of do this kind of thing, or like, you know, just to connect with people. But yeah, without further ado, this has been Libris Blood, and I'm signing out.